Each of us has a moral responsibility, if we are of voting age and if we are registered, to participate in that decision.
Voting by itself is a simple act. Today, hundreds of millions of Americans vote by touching the screen of an electronic voting machine or by completing a mail-in or absentee ballot. But the simplicity of casting a vote today can obscure the power of that action. Voting is one of the most essential ways for politicians to hear your voice. It lets legislators know what issues are important to you and holds them accountable for their actions. It's also important to remember that there are more elections than just the one for president. Statewide and municipal elections happen often too and can shape your daily life. By voting in as many elections as you can, you increase your chances of your voice being heard, which could mean more funding for your town or for laws to be passed that benefit your family. And while each person only has one vote, sometimes that can be the difference. There have been countless elections in history that have been decided by just 100 or even a few votes. Votes that possibly change the course of history. But voting is also important because it is a right that has not always been given to everyone. For hundreds of years in this country, laws stated that voting was something only a select few could do. In earlier times, only people with property could vote. It took a mass movement to pressure state governments to drop the requirement. Even then, millions of Americans were denied the right to vote based on their gender, the color of their skin, or their age. It took the efforts of countless individuals, spanning more than 150 years, who marched, protested, lobbied, fought, and sacrificed to expand the right to vote. Black Americans got the right to vote in 1870 with the 15th Amendment. Women, through the 19th Amendment, went to the polls in 1920. In 1924, the Snyder Act allowed Native Americans to vote, and 18-year-olds were able to vote through the 26th Amendment in 1971. However, even when groups like Black Americans received the right to vote by law, it was still often denied to many of them. They were unfairly taxed, intimidated, attacked, and even murdered to prevent them from voting. However, knowing the importance of the right to vote, untold numbers of people continued to push for peaceful access to the ballot. Their sacrifices have helped lead us to today, where more people are voting than ever before. While the act of voting may be easy for most people, it should never be mistaken for one that is trivial or meaningless. It is an immense power possessed by every eligible citizen in this country to make a difference in elections that matter and to honor the heroes of the past. Vote.